These weapons, including 844 rifles and over 112,000 assorted rounds of ammunition found in a 40-feet container, were impounded by the Nigeria Customs Service at Onne in Port Harcourt, Rivers State. Also seized are these 55 pieces of unassembled shotgun discovered in a container in Lagos. Both cargoes have something in common. They all came from Turkey. This is why the federal government of Nigeria says it will be collaborating with its counterpart in Turkey to strengthen bilateral ties so as to combat crime gangs exploiting the route for criminal activities.
We are working towards also having what is called customs to customs cooperation. Those of us that are within the WCO World Customs Organization, customs to customs cooperation is part of the strategy to, one, ensure trade facilitation, two, to cut illicit trade. So we are working together with those customs administration, and at the higher level there will be also diplomatic engagement, which is above us.
Meanwhile, reacting to an indictment by the National Assembly, security agencies in the country say the recent suicide bombing attacks in Borno State after almost 5 years of such terror attacks were not a failure of intelligence, but cause for more action by all stakeholders. Last weekend, 4 female suicide bombers detonated explosives at different parts of Goza town in a coordinated attacks that left 30 people dead. The Nigerian Senate at the Parliament blamed the attacks on failure of intelligence on the part of security agencies, an opinion rejected by the agencies.
In associating what has happened with our operations, I will say that what has happened, this despicable act of what happened in Goza, is what happens at the ending cycle of terrorism. At this phase, the terrorists are carrying out their acts in order to do what? One is to attract attention. Then to bolster relevance. Then to mobilize support. And finally, to reduce support for the armed forces and the Nigerian government at large. I will use this opportunity to tell citizens to stand united.
Also, law enforcement agencies say 2,678 suspects were arrested for various offenses across the country in the month of June. A total of 93 kidnapped victims were rescued unhurt and reunited with their families, and more than 140 firearms recovered within the period under review. Ferdinand Duroja, Arise News.